Alafia, everybody. Welcome to the Obelisk Lounge. I am Priestess Ifa Karede, and tonight I was sitting up texting one of my good friends, and we were talking about, just Hollywood tea and things like that. And what ran across my mind was the note that Whitney Houston left Brandy. I want to know what was in the note because nobody has said anything. Nobody, seems to know besides Brandy, what was in the note. And so if I can find out through these playing cards, if I have permission and authorization to find out, I'm about to find out. And so if y'all are already interested in the reading, then go ahead and give the video a thumbs up as well as subscribe so that you can get access to other content just like this, okay? So let's see what comes up. I might not have permission, to see what happened, but I'm gonna ask my Egungun and I'm gonna see if they finna answer, okay? So Egungun and ancestors who vibrate on the highest levels of loving compassion, what was the message that, Whitney Houston left Brandy in the note the night that she passed? Great Egungun. What was the message that the late singer Whitney Houston and okay, Egungun. What was the message that she left Brandy in that note the night that she passed? I just had to take a deep breath, okay? Because I am curious about this. And I know everybody else is too, like her fans and stuff have been curious as well. So if you guys do not know, if you're watching this video and you do not know, so Whitney Houston, I believe she has been dead now for the past, I think maybe 6 years, 5 or 6 years. Let me see, it's 2020. I think she maybe died in 2015, maybe 2016, so maybe 4 years she's been passed at this point. And there was just this mysterious note, that she gave to Brandy when she was being interviewed before she left. Before she left and went, okay, so this is how it went. Or this is how I remember it going on camera because I was watching the Grammys party that night. So Whitney Houston handed Brandy this message while Brandy was being interviewed by whomever. I don't know, the Grammy people. I don't know who she was being interviewed by, but she was being interviewed. I believe maybe it was her and Raja, maybe her and somebody else. Maybe she was by herself. But I just remember Whitney Houston walking up on set during this interview, handing Brandy this message, handing her this note. Now, Whitney was looking real frazzled, okay? She was just looking just really odd, like just very frazzled. And then next thing you know, she goes upstairs, and then we hear later on that night or the next day that she passed away in the tub. Like, how tragic and how sad is that? So y'all know, we just, what was the contents of that note that she gave Brandy? What was in that note that Whitney Houston gave Brandy? Nine of spades, 7 of hearts, the 4 of diamonds. So in the note, Whitney was expressing some worry. I feel like I'm not a conspiracy theorist, y'all. I'm really not. However, I'm also not a fool either. I also exercise common sense and ancestral wisdom and claircognizance and all of those great things at all times. This 9 of spades, this 7 of hearts, and this 4 of diamonds, in that note, Whitney was expressing to Brandy how sorrowful and how regretful actually she was of how much energy and how much time that she put into her career. Actually, this is what this is talking about, because with this 7 of hearts, with these flowers and even, like these diamonds, and these treasures, and even this little snake right here, this little sneaky snake, she's talking about the pay. And even with this 4 of diamonds, like she's talking about the lack of a payoff. So in the note, really, she was expressing regret to Brandy, you know, regret really of her career, like a regret of just the fame, regret of the fortune, like, because really she really didn't even see her fortune with this Four of Diamonds. I mean, this is talking about her money being stagnant, you know, even her career being stagnant, you know, due to just this worry and this regret. She was actually very worried that, oh, I just got really cold. Okay. She was really worried. She was worried, like it's almost like she knew she was about to pass away. Like she knew she was about to pass away. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. She knew that she was about to pass away. Like she knew that there was something. Even look at this Nine of Spades. Look at this girl. You know, it's like look at her eyes, like, can y'all see, like, she's so tired, you know, on that picture right there. And she knew that, I mean, she was just about to fall under. And even look at this Nine of Spades, like even this girl, like she's in water. And then the moon is right there. I'm sorry, y'all couldn't even see. But look at this girl, like she's in water. And then we have the moon right here, which we know represents water or emotions. She was just very emotionally overwhelmed. She was tired. She felt like, you know, her career hadn't been that fruitful as far as like her money, because I feel like she was in the note, like she was like questioning like where her money at. She's like, where's my money? You know, she felt like Clive Davis and everybody, really, even her family, with this hearts being right here. And even with this Four of Diamonds, that's talking about stability in the home and things like that. So she just felt like that her family really got over on her. She was feeling like the people that she was supposed to trust with this Seven of Hearts, that she loved or thought that she loved, since it is a seven, that she thought that she loved and that she thought loved her, were gonna come through for her better than what she did. So she was really basically just forewarning Brandy. She was forewarning Brandy about her passing. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it, like she knew that she was about to pass. Like she literally knew, like in the note, she was telling Brandy. I feel like, and this is kind of like what I'm like hearing and kind of like what I'm seeing as well, because I'm a clairvoyant, so I do see, like I see her like writing this letter, like just frantically, like on the slide, like really quickly, and forewarning Brandy, like saying, you know, and I don't want to sound like a conspiracy theorist, y'all, but I just got to go ahead and say it, like they're going to kill me, or like they're going to do something to me, you know, where I don't have like a lot of time. Like it was something that she was saying along those lines. And then she was telling Brandy to be watchful of even her family, okay, and to be watchful of just Clive Davis, and then other maybe even movers and shakers in the music industry. She was warning them because she had lost a lot of money. She had lost a lot of trust and everything like that. And so with the release, this Ten of Diamonds is talking about people stealing her money. Like she was and this is also talking about a spiritual drain on her as well. So yes, you know, her money, you know, was running out or had ran out because her family, with this 10, it's talking about her family had overspent on, had you know, spent all of her money. She had spent up all of her money since she was, you know, on drugs and things, you know. So I don't want to be disrespectful to Miss Whitney, okay? I love her. She was, you know, she you know, she did great things, sung great songs, okay? Wore great gowns, okay? I really enjoyed Miss Whitney Houston. So but she was, you know, on drugs. We all know that. But with the Five of Diamonds and the 10 of Diamonds and this 8 of Clubs, this is talking about her wanting to just wanting Brandy to not succumb to the same thing that she basically did, that she and actually her daughter ended up succumbing to. You know, unfortunately, just a few years later, you know, Bobby Christina ended up passing the same way, you know, her mother did. Just an overall very tragic situation. But she was warning Brandy about the industry. She was warning Brandy to be mindful of her finances, to, you know, to follow the money, but to watch the money. And not how we follow and watch our money, or like how people, you know, that may have an accountant follow and watch their money, but to follow the money. And I pray that y'all are reading between the lines with me saying that, because I don't want to just outright just say it. But if you get it, then you get it. It was meant for you to get it. If not, that's fine too, because that's really what the message was about. Like she was literally telling her that they are about to do something to me. They've been stealing my money. Yes, you know, I spend my money on drugs and stuff like that. But however, this is talking about like her mom. She couldn't trust her mom. Yeah. And this is talking about just her overall deception. She was just telling Brandy like how she's been deceived. This Queen of Hearts, didn't I just mention her mom? That card didn't even come out before I even said that. If you're enjoying this reading, hit the thumbs up. And if you want to book a personal reading, then please click the link in my description box, okay? Yeah, her mom had deceived her. This is going back talking about like her childhood and things like that. Now, this wasn't all what was in the letter. The main, because I feel like the letter, it wasn't even that long. Like it was just like literally like probably 3 lines max. I'm seeing only 2 lines, but I mean, I would say only 3 lines max. Don't trust, don't trust, my family. Don't trust your family. Don't trust, and most importantly, like, don't trust, those big movers and shakers, in the industry. Like, don't trust Clive, they're about to do something to me. It was basically a preparation, and not necessarily saying that he was the one that did it. That ain't what I'm saying. Okay. This reading is for entertainment purposes only. Okay. What I'm saying was that's what I said is what I said, okay? That's it, okay? That's on Ashe, all right? But this reading is literally just for entertainment purposes. But with this 2 of Spades, this Queen of Hearts, and this Joker, this is talking about her mother deceiving her from a very young age. Her thinking that her mother or some other matronly figure in her life was in her corner growing up. But in fact, they were not. They tricked her into, they tricked her into submission. They tricked her into submission. Okay, now the Egungun have changed. They've changed the topic now. But 10 of Clubs, 3 of Clubs, the Jack of Clubs. It was like a weight being lifted off of her shoulders, though. She felt like before she had to go, with Brandy being her mentee, like a daughter, to her. This is talking about like her having, to share it. She regretted fame. She regretted fame, and she didn't want Brandy to regret it in the same way that she did. Let me know if y'all want a Brandy reading, because with this row right here, I'm curious. Like, does Brandy regret her fame? I mean, I know she just came out with a new album, B7, and it's popping, but like, I wonder, like, does she regret her fame as well? Because this 10 of Clubs in reverse and this 3 of Clubs is talking about Brandy probably eventually feeling the same way. But Whitney Houston and the note that she left her, or the contents of the note rather, kind of intercepted that. Like, it interfered with Brandy following the same path that she did, or following a similar path, or ending up similar to how she did, is what it's talking about. She had to go ahead and get that message out to her because she knew what was coming. She knew she didn't have much time left. She knew she had to go ahead and get that message out to her like ASAP. So now I want to know, does she know who killed her? Or was she killed? That's the question. But y'all ain't none of us stupid. Come on now, if you watching this video, you ain't dumb. Goodness of peace, you ain't dumb. Forgive me for raising my voice, but I'm just like, I just gotta be honest. Like, okay, Egungun, does Whitney Houston know? Did Whitney Houston know who killed her, or who was planning to kill her? Like, was she aware of that great Egungun? Like, was she aware of who this person was? Wow. Jack of Clubs. Queen of Spades. Yup, she was hip. She knew. She knew already. She already knew. I'm not trying to sound like a conspiracy theorist. I'm really not, because this is stuff that sometimes this is the stuff that they say. But with the Jack of Clubs, the Queen of Spades, and the 9 of Diamonds, I feel like, I mean, she knew. It's almost like she was a part of the planning, but not a part of the planning as if like she was planning her own death, but like but like planning as far as like making preparations for it. Like she had been making preparations, because I feel like with this Queen of Spades, she was very intuitive, and then there were some other people, I think some, like maybe some other person that was very close to her, or it could have just been her intuition, but there was somebody else really close to her, a female figure, or maybe a man with feminine energy, not Clive Davis, that that forewarned her. Like they had like tipped her off, and so she knew what was going to happen, and then she essentially knew that there was no escape. Like she knew like there was no way for her to escape this, and so she already knew who the person was, you know, and she knew she didn't have anyone to go to. She knew with this Spades energy, she couldn't go to the police. 5 of Clubs, 2 of Hearts. Yeah, this was somebody that she trusted too. I feel like, okay, and I feel like I see it in the cards. I see it in the cards. Her family was this reading is for entertainment purposes only, okay? Call me now, all right? Her family was, they were having fireside chats, planning this. They were planning this. They were in on this. Yeah, this is talking about collaboration. This is really sad. And they were doing it, of course, you know, for money, y'all. And I could go into further detail, but I ain't trying to get sold. This is all allegedly. This is for entertainment purposes. Y'all, this is a very messy situation. We all know why they did it. I mean, or one of the reasons, because there's actually other reasons that have come out in the cards. But ultimately, you know, of course, like, you know, it was for money. You know, that saying, you know, worth more dead than alive. She wasn't, they didn't, her family, and even, you know, the person or the people, the team that ran her career, they didn't see her making any more money. Not the money that she made when she was in her prime. You know, this is talking about somebody that she trusted, like some type of male figure or some type of fatherly figure. I mean, I feel like this King of Hearts could actually be talking about Clive Davis, because I know that they did share a very strong relationship. I'm doing a reading on him next, by the way. So if you have any questions, drop them in the comments down below. Yeah, the 8 of Diamonds, this King of Hearts, and this 8 of Hearts, this is talking about just overall deception in their relationship. This is karma. Like this is a very vile man, because this King of Hearts is actually talking about him feeling like, well, she ain't finna make me no more money, and this is not gonna be like a waste of an investment. Like she, like I hear him saying, like she's gonna be like, she's a waste of an investment, is what I hear him saying. And so with these 8s right here, it's talking about, you know, her being worth more dead than alive. This was something that was very strategically planned. Like they already knew, like she for sure did not drown. Like not intentionally. Like if she did drown, it's maybe like I see, like maybe somebody putting something in her drink, slipping something in her drink, because I don't get the feeling that she was, and this is like what I'm seeing. Like I'm not seeing that she was in the hotel room by herself. She wasn't in the hotel room by herself. And at one point though, she was in the hotel room, but I see somebody like dropping off a bottle of wine to her, dropping off some wine, but the wine was, you know, was laced with something or spiked with something, not like cocaine, but it was like something, like some type of sleeping drug to like make her fall asleep. Now this is what I'm seeing with my, you know, like with my spiritual eye, like with my first eye, like that's what I'm seeing. And then that's also kind of what's coming out in the cards a little bit too, but not in great detail like what it is that I'm seeing. Wow, this is really sad. I'm gonna go ahead and end the reading right here. These folks ain't ish, okay? Y'all need to stay prayed up. You feel me? If you do not have a relationship with your ancestors who vibrate on the highest levels of love and compassion, you need to get one, okay? Because they will forewarn you and protect you from foolishness like this in this reading. This is very sad. I don't want to dive no deeper into this reading. If you all did enjoy this reading, then go ahead and hit the thumbs up button. If you want any other readings like this in the future, then comment down below. I am going to be dropping a reading on Brandy and Clive Davis now that, you know, since those two came out specifically in the reading. So I am Priestess Ifa Karede. If you guys want to book a personal reading with me, then click the link in my description box. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you all next time. Bye.